It's weird now on the YouTube with these microphones hanging in front of our faces.
In front of our faces.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, YouTube.
Hey, YouTubers.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys. All the people everywhere.
I don't
Megan
know.
has a cold.
I do. I have a cold, and I'm on cold medicine. And if you know me in real life, you already know that, like, cold medicine has... I'm like a scatterbrained human being anyway. And you add cold medicine to the mix, and it's like, woo!
Hey-o!
Like, there'll be a joke, and I'll know there's a joke there.
And she sits for a moment.
I'm just not as quick to get it out as I usually am. You know, usually I kind of pounce on things.
Yeah.
But this time I'm like, wait.
It's coming to her.
It's there. It's going to be great. Just give it a minute.
It's either that or a sneeze, and she's not sure.
There's so many sneezes and like sniffles and nose blows that.
And then also
that we've
us
edited
trying to
out
get
for you.
used to these new microphones. Like one of us is like touching it constantly
Yeah.
or whatever. But you all are great and you love us.
I gave this little rant. If you're on the Patreon, you heard it already, but I'm going to do it real quick here too.
And you'll never hear about it ever again.
That's not true. I talk about it a lot.
That's
But
fine.
you probably even, I think I've even said something to this effect already. But you know what? It's our
Here we
podcast.
are.
We do what we want.
We really do.
If like the whole sound equipment thing, like I told Kara that I just don't want to talk about it anymore. Like we're working on it. You guys know we're working on it. We've made that point multiple times. But I don't like the feeling that we shouldn't keep moving forward
Right.
until things are perfect. Like
Right.
I don't want us to feel that way. And I don't want anybody, because I know there's a few people who have like started their own podcast and they've directly said, like Brooke, you know, where she's like, hey, thank you all for inspiring me to start my own podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, I love that. And I love that when I was writing too, where people who would be like, you wrote a book and that helped
Yeah.
me see that I could go write one.
Yeah.
Because it's really like, I think it's very common to feel like you can't do a thing unless you're perfect at it. And I've said before, I like how we normalize imperfection.
Right.
And I do totally think we should make a t-shirt with that on it. Because it's true. Like you can just go do things. And if you're not perfect, that's okay. You're trying.
Because
That's better
practice
than
makes
sitting
perfect.
back. Yeah, you're never going to get better.
Mm-mm.
And it's better than sitting back wishing you were doing this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just go easier on yourself and let yourself do things. And it's okay if it's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. Isn't that a song?
Everything is when you're part of a team.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome. The
Okay.
Lego movie, I think.
I think
For
you're
sure.
right.
Jason
good.
sings it all the time.
Okay, so
Okay.
we are here today with a Monday, or I actually have no idea what day this is coming out. I'm not even going to try, but it's an
I was
episode.
just going to say an extra
October.
one. Like, I don't, yeah, where are we even with all of these?
Don't know.
This is going to come out one day,
Mhm.
guys.
You're going to hear it. It'll be great.
You're currently hearing it,
This
actually.
is, I don't think we've even said yet, the Witch's Magic Murder Mystery
Oh my
Podcast.
God. I'm Kara.
I'm Megan.
Here we are.
Hello.
We're doing things. Mine is more of, you know, it's not a murder. It's more of just like a mystery, oddity. Yeah.
Mystery oddity.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a human being, though.
Ooh.
Not a, yeah. Okay.
So that's not the mystery part?
He is kind of the mystery part.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So his name is Charles. I believe it's Domery. I really probably should have looked into that first. Or Domers. Also, he was born in Poland in 1778. He had 8 brothers.
Ooh.
It was said that they all had really good appetites.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Like, oh, I don't know what that means.
Listen to my stomach growling. Also, they said that meant that there was less food at home for him. So when he was 13, he joined the army in the war against the French, but he was always complaining about not having enough food to eat in the military.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just like, well, I guess we'll just give you extra rations. Like, I don't know what to do. You say you're starving, but whatever. So he was like, you know what, guys? Like, I enjoy being in this army, but there's nothing like the French cuisine. So I'm going to leave you all and join the French.
So he like abandoned his country,
His country and
for the
joined
food.
For the food. The French cuisine. Yeah.
I don't actually know what Polish food. All I got is like Polish sausage.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know what
I
else.
feel
to
like
eat.
it's a hearty meal.
Probably.
So why would he?
I mean, French food is great. It's just
It's
like
amazing.
cheese, a lot of cheese.
Yeah, a lot of cheese.
I support it.
Yeah. And bread.
But you
Baguettes, lots of baguettes, I'm assuming.
You abandoned your country.
For food. For food, yeah. Yeah, so, like I said, he switched sides, and then the French officers were like...
There have been a lot of strange noises in the last 20 minutes, and I guess it's just Evangeline, because I don't know what else it could be.
I don't know
Like,
what's
I've gone out in
happening.
the hallway and investigated, and there's nothing.
Nothing.
There is a ferret, unrelated.
He's not wild. He's not running loose in my shop or anything.
Kara just has a ferret.
I am fostering a ferret.
Yeah.
He's probably going to end up just living at my house forever, but whatever.
He's cute. He's so
He's
cute.
so
But anyway,
fat.
I thought maybe it was him, but it's not him.
He's being
Like,
so good.
Did you hear the door very clearly open? And that
there
makes no sense.
There was no door opening.
No.
And he doesn't have
He
people.
couldn't do that.
He doesn't have people hands to open a door. He's
Ferret
very
with people
clever.
hands. You only get to enjoy that moment if you're on the YouTube video. It's a little ferret.
Looks like a microphone with arms. That's what it looks like right now.
Okay.
Okay. So they were just like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you eating so much? So it said that he started eating all the available food, 5 pounds of grass per day, and then if there were cats available, he'd eat those as well.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You deserted your country for the French cuisine, and then you end up eating grass and cats.
And grass and cats. The cuisine and grass and cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, and it said that they would give him double the amount of rations than they would give like a normal soldier.
Was he, like, huge?
No.
So it's not like he looked like you...
No, and he wasn't like emaciated, like he had like tapeworms or anything. Like he just
an average-sized guy with a
large appetite.
I mean, do you think it's something about growing up with 8 brothers?
And they just...
And feeling like there's
I
never
constantly
gonna be
have
enough
to
food?
eat.
If I don't eat my food quick...
Yeah, is
They're
it
gonna eat
like
it all?
is it like puppies or kittens when they're in a giant litter and they're like scarfing down
I was
the
thinking
food?
about like stray... I don't mean this to sound insulting to him, but you know how you get like a stray cat and they just... Like they don't know when to stop eating because they're not used to having food readily available.
Yeah.
But then you think he would be really, really huge.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what the caloric makeup of grass.
Grass or cats.
Grass can't be much. That's just like a different version of lettuce, probably.
Yeah. Probably.
I don't know.
I don't
Seems
know
like it wouldn't be.
I don't know what chemicals are in grass. Okay, so they also said in here that his favorite food was raw bull's liver.
Oh my God.
And he didn't care where he got it from. Didn't care.
You should care where you get anything you put in your mouth from, but particularly raw organs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So then it's noted that another French soldier gave a statement. So this is an actual statement from a soldier saying in 1 year, he devoured 174 cats, dead or alive. Sometimes he killed them before eating them, but when he was very hungry, he did not wait to perform this humane office.
He ate them alive?
Make it face.
That is a horrible thought. I mean, that is a horrible, like, oh no. Oh.
Also, wouldn't they be like clawing his eyes out? What point do you start?
Just the noises they would make.
Oh, God.
Also, did someone just start keeping track? Like, how do you know it was 174?
174.
Was it one day they were like, there he goes again, mark that one down. They're just like, we'll tally
Keeping a
one.
tally on with grass blades.
What'd you say his last name was?
Dahmer, or Dahmers or Domery.
I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
It just
names
makes you wonder.
makes you wonder. Went from eating cats to people.
Oh, God.
Is it passed down? Is it genetic? Is this what we're doing? Is this
Eating
in the makeup?
cats alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sure did.
I'm upset.
Yeah. There was a doctor that said that Dr. Thomas Cochran, inspector and surgeon of the prisons, in a letter said in the London Medical and Physical Journal, he had several severe conflicts in the act of destroying them about the cats by feeling the effects of their torments on his face and hands.
So yeah, they would claw his face.
And then he said dogs and rats equally suffered from his merciless jaws.
Dogs and rats.
Yeah. So we went from grass to cats to bull's livers to dogs, rats, grats, and cats.
I hate this story.
So then they put him on a Navy vessel, a French Navy vessel, and they were just like, he just won't stop eating the cats that we have on the boat to kill like the rats and stuff.
And then he's like, "No big deal, guys. I'll take care of the rats
as
too.
well.
It's
I got the
fine."
rats as well. Don't worry about disease. I'll eat them.
I keep catching myself because I have a cold, so it's like I'm mouth breathing anyway. But I'm just sitting here with my mouth hanging open, and then I remember like there's a YouTube video, and I'm like, "Oh,
they can't see it. The microphone's in the way. It's fine. Just make sure you move your body in front of it." Okay. So then it said that British cannons attacked them. A French soldier on his boat got his leg blown off.
oh no!"
So then Charles grabbed the leg, and started eating chunks off of it. And then another soldier was like, "What the? Are you kidding me right now?" Took the leg from him and chucked it into the sea.
The whole thing of like he ran to get it. It's like the guy's like, he's like, I've been waiting for just an opportunity like this. Oh.
He's been like eyeballing this man's legs the whole entire time, and he's like, "This is my chance."
Yeah. Finally, socially acceptable way to eat a human leg. Oh, I hate everything about this.
I hate it so much. So then he was captured. And the British put him on rations of 10 times larger than any of those given to the other inmates.
Do you think the thought was, like, if we just feed him enough actual food, he'll stop eating the... Can you imagine how terrifying it must have been for the people who look up and see him, like, gnawing on a leg?
Yeah, or...
Particularly the guy whose leg was blown off.
His cellmates just staring at him while he's, like, eating rats in the prison.
That is one way to establish your dominance in prison. Just be like, I will eat you. I will eat everything in this place.
Literally, I've eaten a leg before, so don't come at me. Oh my god, ew. So then...
I wonder about the rest of his brothers.
Yeah, where were they like?
I feel like if they were like this, we would have heard about this.
Can somebody track the Domery party to this ancestry, please?
Domer and Domery. I'm just saying, if your last name is any form of Dahmer,
it's possible.
What do you think about that?
Are you hungry? Do these legs sound tasty?
Are you like, yeah, cats, what's wrong with that? It's fine.
Yeah. I had a rat yesterday. Jeez.
I too would. How else are we supposed to get legs? Of course we wait for them to be blown off. That's not inhumane. It's not like he ate it while the guy was wearing it.
Wearing it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I feel good. Good.
Okay.
I got myself together.
Okay, so they said that then they were like, you know what, we're going to just turn him over to the scientists here so they can just experiment on him.
Somebody figure this out, please.
Yeah, so at first they were like, well, researchers are just going to give him about 10 pounds of meat a day, and then we're just going to give him
10 pounds of meat a day.
Lots of wine. And then they were like, you know, just for shits and giggles, we're going to toss a couple candles in there to see if he'll eat them.
Why? Okay,
Yeah.
that sound was actually...
It was Jason.
That was Jason.
Okay.
That was not a ghost or a ferret.
Nope.
They probably didn't even hear it. With
No.
these new mics, I bet they didn't hear it.
I bet they didn't. So then he was like, you know, I'll just eat those. I'll eat everything y'all throw at me.
Candles. The texture of a candle? Ew, it would get all caught in your teeth.
Yeah, just like real waxy. And then they were like, oh, you say you're going to eat everything we throw at you? How about a raw cow's udder? He's like, heck yeah. And then, you know,
a raw cow's
udder. So after he ate that udder, it said he went back to his cell completely satisfied and not starving anymore. So they're like, figured it out. It's raw cow's udder. That's what makes it or breaks it.
Is that a thing that people eat?
I don't know.
I've never heard of it.
I've never seen anything like that at Jungle Gyms, and Jungle Gyms has everything.
Oh. Mm-mm.
No. And for some reason, I'm starving to death at this moment, but that does not sound good. Like, my stomach's growling, and I'm like, please don't, because I'm starving. Yes, I love Jungle Gyms.
I've still never gotten to go.
Much.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of cow's udder being cooked or raw, a thing that anyone eats. And just imagining it is upsetting.
God.
The texture seems like it would be horrific.
Yeah. Oh.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know what? You're doing this story to me. I'm giving you the visual image of a cooked cow's udder texture.
Oh. Yep. Okay. Okay, so then it was quoted, someone said, since he came to this prison, he has eaten 1 dead cat, about 20 rats, but what he delights on most is raw meat, beef or mutton, of which, though plentifully supplied by eating the rations of 10 men daily, he complains he is not the same quantity nor indulged in eating so much as he used to do when he was in France.
We had to pause for a ferret emergency.
He's being wild.
He was like, let me out, let me out.
He's being so cute and snuggly.
Oh my God, so cute.
For somebody to just like give that little creature up.
I know. I guess it's somebody who just didn't realize what they were getting, maybe.
Yeah.
They had no ferret experience.
Ferrets are a lot to handle.
But they're cute.
We call Sophie's her older one, Dobby the house elf, because he loves like little house treasures, and he has like a corner he keeps them in. It's so cute.
That's really cute.
He's so cute.
Oh, I love it.
It's so sweet. Okay, so anyways, like I said, he ate about dead cat, 20 rats, all this stuff. He ate all like livers, candles, raw beef, wine.
How is his body able to process everything?
He
like
also,
candles.
Yeah. But they never gave him vegetables, and they never gave him, like, bread.
That's a really good point. Like, why would you...
Yeah.
We're going to give you candles. We're not going to give you any,
you don't get a carrot,
nutritious
thing of celery. No.
But at this point, it's just an experiment. It's like, what else will he eat?
Yeah, but then they were like, you know what's weird? He hasn't puked once.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how is his body?
His stomach hasn't been upset. He hasn't been in the bathroom this whole time. Like, he just eats it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. But then they were like, you know, it's even weirder. He stays super skinny. Like, he just, not like bony, like frail, but just like, his appetite's great.
Just like we talked about earlier, just like average body.
Yeah. So then they were like,
of course, he's a man.
of course, you all can think about losing weight and do it. So then they were like, you know what? This is just the weirdest thing. We're just going to turn this into like a little medical experiment.
They mean sideshow. They're going to turn this into a sideshow.
Exactly. So then they were just like, his behavior's real weird. We're just going to start conducting some tests on him. Like, I don't get it. And just the fact that he's like completely okay with eating cats and dogs and rats and
that is another point. Like, regardless of, I don't understand the taste, the texture, your stomach being okay, your body handling it. The mental, like, what kind of person can hold a live cat and eat it and take a bite of it while it's alive? I'm sorry for saying all this out loud, but my point is,
also,
there's got to be something wrong in his like mental health to be able to do that.
How strong were his teeth?
Oh God! Oh no! Oh no!
To bite through a human leg?
No. Yeah, like, why doesn't it bother him? Why doesn't the thought? Why, like everyone else? I'm going to presume everyone listening feels the same way we do. I hope.
Unless you're eating.
You're just sitting there like gnawing on an arm, and you're like, "What? What's wrong with that?" This
I don't
guy's
see
normal.
it. Yeah.
My last name's Domery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like it
I
at
just
all.
don't know why it doesn't bother him. It should bother him. The
Yes.
thought of it should bother him.
Yeah.
But he's just so hungry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they started keeping track of times, amounts, everything. Because at first, they were just like, let's toss this at him, see what he does. Let's toss 2 pounds of candles at him, see if he eats that, whatever. So then on this day that they decided to do all this, 4 a.m., he's fed with some meat. It's 1.8 kilograms of raw cow's udders. About after 5 hours after that, 9:30, they decided to give him 2.3 kilograms of raw beef. And then they were like, oh my God, within this time frame, he's also eaten the candles that were in his cell.
Oh,
So let's give him some more. So 453 grams of tallow candles, with a bottle of wine to help wash it down. And also, like, once again, who eats candles? So then they were like, okay, well, let's just give him some more. So they gave him more stuff. And then around 8 p.m., he was going to go to bed. Instead of falling asleep immediately, he spent 2 hours sweating. He had the meat sweats.
Ooh. Ugh.
Yeah. So he fell asleep around 10.
I think he smelled bad all the time.
Oh, I'm sure. Like when I used to work HR at a gym, there was this guy that was working out with my ex, who was a personal trainer. And my ex told me that the guy would eat Taco Bell like every day for lunch. And when he would sweat, he would smell like Taco Bell. It was so gross.
I find that oddly appealing, actually. You smell like fire sauce.
You smell like... I think it was more like greasy ground beef, but that's fine. No,
just let me have my fantasy care, okay?
We're going to get packets of fire sauce in the mail now.
I'm okay with it. Look!
What is it doing?
Okay, YouTube. Oh, there's Jason.
He's being wild.
That time I got interrupted because, I don't know, I said I wasn't going to talk about the sound equipment anymore. But just know that it hates us. It's doing
some weird things
Like, out of nowhere, all of a sudden it was like a huge buzzing. Like, it was picking up a buzz, but obviously...
Evangeline's doing it.
You were here. We didn't do anything.
See anybody.
All of a sudden I just looked down, and it's like this huge bar of sound. And when you play it, it's just like...
insane.
It sounds like a really loud refrigerator. Huh?
Yeah, it does.
And it sounds electronic. Don't know where it's coming from. We didn't do anything.
Thanks, whatever's in retrograde.
Oh my God, I bet you're right. That's what it is.
Because all technology's freaking out right now.
I mean, did you notice that Facebook and Instagram went down right at the Mercury in retrograde? Yeah.
And then my phone was being crazy, and then my internet has gone out on both sides over here.
You have weird electrical
This is so very true.
issues. Okay,
So
well, let's try to get through the episode.
Okay, yes.
The beauty of it is only you get to know about all this, YouTube.
Heyo. Okay, so like I said, they were just like keeping track of all of his eating habits.
Right.
Sweating while he's sleeping.
Gross.
Getting the meat sweats. So, he would sweat from the time he went to sleep, and it wouldn't stop. So he would get up around 1 a.m. and eat anything he possibly could that was in his possession. And if there wasn't food, he would smoke and then go back to sleep until they would bring him food. So then he would get up around 5 or 6, and then he would sweat heavily again. And then he would search for more food until they'd give him more. And then it would continue. He'd just keep sweating.
It feels like there's some sort of, his, like, brain is wired wrong. Like, there's no impulse control.
Yeah.
It's, what is it, the id, I guess? Like, he's just fueled by, I'm hungry, I need to eat, and I'll eat anything. Yeah. And then if there's nothing to eat, I'm just going to sleep. It's like, I'm dormant until there's food again.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's so weird.
His life revolves. It's so sad, too.
Yeah, but it wasn't like normal foods.
True.
Oh, God. He was so okay with eating whatever. So then they were just like, well, we've done some like tests and stuff. There's nothing abnormal in him, like to him.
Incorrect.
Like
Incorrect. There is definitely.
No, we figured this out. And there is plenty
wax
abnormal
candles in him. There's raw
no
critters.
vegetables whatsoever.
No vegetables.
Raw. There's grass. Could be growing. Could be fresh cut. Could be fertilized. We don't know. They were just like, he's just perfectly healthy and normal. We don't know. No. He was healthy enough to do like his marches in the military. He was able to like get up and do all the routines that they had.
Well, that's why I was wondering at the beginning. I'm like, was he huge? Like, because I know like you have to have a certain level of fitness. They were running
like all these miles. They were doing all this stuff, and they were like, what is making this man so incredibly hungry?
This is so weird.
It is. And then like now people are comparing this to hyperthyroidism. It's where your thyroid's hormone is like overproducing. And they were just like, well, it kind of fits with like what the doctors had found. He was sweating constantly, trouble sleeping, but he wasn't gaining any weight. But then other people were like, no, people with hyperthyroidism don't eat grass or cats or rats or dogs.
That doesn't explain so much.
Raw meats and candles, and they don't do this and they don't do this. So then they were just like, we think he's just like a crazy guy who ate a lot of stuff. But then also there's people that were like, well, maybe his story is like extremely exaggerated because the only real sources that we have are from testimony of some of these soldiers and the doctors that were in prison. But then I'm like, wait, but you have testimony from doctors
records of their experiments and stuff.
Soldiers.
That remember Liver Eating Johnson?
Yes, exactly.
He said he ate a leg.
He said he did. He said he did this. But also, he's not claiming he did all of this stuff. Like, these people are like...
There's witnesses. Well, maybe he's being bullied.
Maybe. Maybe his brothers started all of this, and now he can't leave
Poor guy.
Yeah.
And here we are talking about him years later, adding to it.
Buddy. But then they were like, well, he certainly existed. We do have doctors' records of them examining him. They did take careful notes of all of his eating habits and his vital signs. So this article was like, it would be very unusual for two established medical professionals to completely invent a story that's so outlandish.
But like, maybe he was a big eater with a weird appetite, but the specific details have been exaggerated? Or are those in the records?
Well, yeah, that says it's in the records, and it's different doctors from like different prisons that he was held in.
I would just like you to tell me that none of this is real. That no person actually picked up a cat and ate it alive. Could you just lie to me, Kara?
Megan, it didn't happen. But then listen, once he was out of prison and they were done doing experiments on him because they couldn't hold him there forever, he just like literally fell off the charts. Like
nobody knows what happened.
No, because he didn't go to a doctor again.
He's like, I'm going to go live in a cave and eat what I want. And nobody's going to mess with me.
Exactly. Like, they don't know where he went. They don't know what happened to him.
He was tired of being scrutinized.
I know. Yeah.
Just let me live my life. Just let me eat all the things in my sight.
So he probably just moved into like a wooded area where he had like all the grass he could eat, all the candles he could make. And
he became somebody's boogeyman, an urban legend in whatever town he lives in.
Exactly. And then his brothers...
all the cats disappeared.
Well, his brothers probably just
the cows became
utterly unavailable.
That's the joke. That's the joke I was trying to get to. Thank you. Oh my God. It was great. Thank you.
It's so good.
I'm glad you got there.
But yeah, maybe his brothers like birthed the Domery family, and it's just the beginning. Here's the gene pool. We found it.
Oh God.
It's disgusting.
I've never heard of that. Thankfully.
So gross.
Now I wish I also...
Charles Domery. You're welcome.
Well, there we go.
Little medical oddity for y'all.
Next time someone, I don't know, says anything about your appetite, you just point them to this story.
This gentleman.
Yeah.
In the French cuisine.
It'd just be a good way to change the subject, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Well, okay, great.
You think you're hungry, but you're not.
It was disturbing but entertaining.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you and all of our listeners so much.
Hey, few things that we haven't mentioned on here yet. One, did you see the new podcast art?
Oh my gosh, how fun is it?
Kara made it. It's so pretty.
Yay.
I love it. I would like to have actual stars in my hair.
all the time. You know how people put like that glitter in their hair or whatever, the tinsel? Stars.
There was a lady on our flight. Did you notice that?
I did.
One of those ladies in front of us. Man, we had these 3 ladies in front of us on our flight that, like, I generally am kind of a live and let live person, like, whatever. They were the most obnoxious women.
They wanted to complain about every single thing.
But, like, passive-aggressively under their breath to each other, but still loudly enough
to where everybody around them could hear.
It was weird. It's like they wanted you to hear them, but they wanted to pretend like they didn't want you
to they were just carrying on a conversation amongst themselves.
It was real annoying. I did not like them.
I didn't. It was rough. So,
experience. Even though that lady had the cool tinsel in her hair, I didn't even want to think about how much I liked it.
No, we don't want to think about how cool the tinsel was.
In the movie The Labyrinth,
friendly.
Jennifer Connelly, when she goes to the Goblin King at the end, and she has her hair all like up like this, and there's like cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I should be for Halloween.
You should.
Y'all don't even know. It's
Megan's really stressing about this.
October 6th, and the fact that I don't know what I'm going to be for Halloween yet.
It's really stressful.
It's unheard of.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I don't know.
I'm worried about myself.
Yeah. It's concerning.
So anyway, there's the new podcast art. Also, the new merch is in the store.
It is, and it's so fun.
You may already know about. Yeah.
On the YouTube.
Here on the YouTube. We'll also put pictures on our Instagram. But the link to the podcast store is in the show notes. It's also, if you go to the link in our bio on Instagram, you'll see it there. And if you're in the Facebook group, it's pinned at the top of the group. What else? Patreon. If you're in the Patreon, you've got
a new code if you're Body of a Goddess level.
That's right. So don't forget before you purchase anything to find your code. If you can't find it, just email us.
Yep.
And then you can find the link to the Patreon in the show notes, and that the same place you can find all the other links. And we'd love for you to join us there. And
it's just so much fun.
That's all the announcements I have for now.
Yeah, just stay tuned for all the like random episodes you're getting this month.
If you guys, we've gotten so many messages lately of really cool sounding stories that I can't wait to dive into. So thank you for those of you who sent us those.
Many of them, so we're trying to play catch up too.
But if you would like to send us any stories, you can send it to witchesmagicmurdermystery@gmail.com.
Yep.
Or you can message us on any of the social media
Facebook,
channels.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Goodbye.
We love you. Goodbye.